It is 1 degree out right now. It's before noon, so somewhere between, it's around 11 something, I'm not sure. And I'm making sure that the local songbirds don't freeze. We gotta refill the bird feeder here, because these poor critters have to live out here in this shit. We got our farm chores done already, so why not? It's, you know, a good idea to have help for wildlife whenever possible. So, keep the cats inside and feed your wild birds often in winter. Again, it's late morning and 1 degree out here. That's the high for today. And we got probably a foot of snow coming at least. Can't wait. If you've been watching my woes with the town plow truck guy and completely ridiculous select board, which is condoning this behavior from the town plow guy, I'm really thrilled about snow. I'd rather be thrilled about snow for real. I'd rather be looking at ski and snowboarding conditions and going tubing and training Puppy to pull a sled instead of worrying about what this local yokel good old boys club guy is doing to my land. I'm beginning to think Puppy is part husky. We've been out here for at least, I would say, 40 minutes, and she has not complained about the cold or tried to go in the house once yet. She's just sitting over here. As if this weather is perfectly fucking fine and normal and not the coldest winter up here in 25 years. It is February 2nd, I believe, 2026, and this morning came in here to let the chickens out and feed them, and I noticed a huge problem over here in the form of a giant mess of black feathers and some blood right next to the feeder. And then it was easy to look over here and find our dead chicken. So part of being a person who keeps birds, farmer, homesteader, whatever you want to call it, is reconstructing chicken crime scenes. So before I mess up these tracks retrieving the dead chicken, I thought I'd come out here with the camera. I don't think those are claws. I think those are feathers. Now, are they feathers from our chicken here, or are they feathers from a hawk or an owl? We're playing What Killed Our Chicken. I mean, a hawk would do this with the feathers, but so would a raccoon. The body is still here. A raccoon would probably take the body. Weasel? Maybe, but I don't see any tracks. I don't see any tracks anywhere around the crime scene. I just see these feather marks in the snow here. I don't think those are chicken feathers. I think those could easily be something else. I mean, we're looking all around here. Here's another mark right here. I would have messed up any tracks coming from this direction, unfortunately, by walking in here and not being self-aware enough until I saw the feathers over here. So, I mean, there's chicken footprints everywhere, that's about it. So, we don't see tracks coming from the snow, so I don't think it's a ground-traveling critter that did this. I am pretty sure that this was done by an aerial critter. I put the chickens to bed relatively early last night because it's so cold they're in there anyway. Mr. Conway Twitty the turkey, I didn't name him that, but thought it was too fucking funny to change. He keeps trying to go into the other coop here where he doesn't belong, so every night I have to go in here and kick him out and have him go over here, excuse the amount of winter poop on the ground. And so one of the hens could have been spooked and could have gone outside the coop and I might not have noticed, and now I'm down in Black Australorp. Oh wait, the plot thickens. I'm seeing more tracks over here. Let me try to get over here without sinking down to my waist. Oh my god, holy shit. That's not working very well. Yeah, we've got waist-deep snow here to deal with, and by retrieving this chicken, I'm gonna mess up these tracks. So I'm trying to... These are definitely feathers, but the question is, are they from the chicken flopping around trying to get away from its killer, or are they from the killer itself? Are they from a hawk or an owl? We don't know. Aha, we've got tracks over here next to the dead chicken. And what do these tracks tell us, if anything? They don't tell us much because they went right in the snow. Okay, I'm seeing only 2 tracks. That could again indicate a bird. Not too many other things that are only going to leave 2 foot tracks. And these, again, look like they could be feathers. So I think that an owl or a hawk got this bird after I put the rest of them to bed last night. So I'm not seeing anything else in the snow here except whatever the hell that is. Yeah, I think these are feet from a bird that landed right here, and those are feathers from wings, and yikes, this sucks. I think an owl or a hawk got her. They couldn't take off with her, so that makes sense, she's still here. And a ground critter would have left tracks. Ugh! That's just snowdrift falling off of trees. Those aren't tracks in there. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that this bird was taken by another bird. So that sucks, but that's where we are this morning, February 10th. I think this is the 4th chicken we have lost this winter. The other 3 were from harsh weather. So I didn't want to show it on camera, but that chicken was decapitated and her head and part of her neck were eaten. I'm not sure that's in line with a hawk or an owl. It's definitely in line with, say, a raccoon, but I will see. Hey everybody, hope you've been out there melting the dangerous ice that's been building up around the country. We don't want to slip and fall on it, do we? Okay, so in more not great news, I just found a dead silver appleyard in the duck house here. Didn't have any obvious signs of death, just dead and frozen. I mean, they've been getting some hay in here for bedding every day during this cold spell. I got some nice fluffy fresh hay here. So they've been getting enough insulation here. They have a place to keep warm and dry. And I've been giving them extra food. So I don't know what happened here. It wasn't a predator that I can see. Everybody else in here is fine. And yeah, this is duck loss number 4 or 5 now this winter. I need to go write it down. I record everything so I can learn from it. been keeping ducks and geese for about 13 years and still a learning experience. Big learning curve here. Right now I'm going to give them some more water and go water the goats, but this sucks. I mean, who likes losing ducks? Not me. So we got a chicken that was killed by a predator because it got out last night. And I didn't notice it was out when I was shutting them in for the night. These girls, I don't know what happened. They've got a nice place back here with hay in it. I put some feed bags here to block more wind back here. And I've got this snow mounted up a couple feet around here. I'm using my large sled as a wind block over here for these critters. And a piece of metal roofing. This is some punk-ass style ratty-tatty. Built it with what I had on hand quickly for the winter. Housing for these guys. Trying to transition to the back 40 and nobody's making it easy for me here. I need to get the chickens in coops that are like this but sturdier and with nesting boxes and get everybody the hell back to the area that's being massacred by the town plow guy right now. I don't know if this was on any of the updates, but the town has now decided to deny my driveway permit that I swear they approved last year. They're taking it back, I guess, and over some silly red tape, which is really the real reason is because I'm fighting them on the whole wrecking my $5,000 fence thing instead of just, you know, staying quiet about it while they destroy my property every time it snows. Well, I've now had to change my gloves 3 times because if you handle a dead animal, you're going to want to go sanitize your gloves and then change them out. Hey everybody, it's February 9th, and yesterday we had a goat emergency. I came out and 3 socks was down on the ground inside the house here and couldn't get up. I made her what I had on hand for down goat soup. So instead of yogurt, I had sour cream. I gave her some beer, some molasses, some apple cider vinegar, and I mixed it with warm water and injected it into her mouth with a syringe. A couple cups, maybe 2 cups of it. And I wrapped her in hay to try to keep her warm. Her sister died of parasite overload, but not during the winter. It was warmer out when that happened years and years ago. She came with a half-sister named Snickers, and I guess Nubians are more susceptible to parasite issues, because I don't think I've ever lost a adult kinder goat to that, but it happens over the course of no time. I just don't even notice. The goats are nice and plump, and then all of a sudden they're really skinny. And her eyelid color was the first thing I checked, and it was really, really pale pink. Like, not good. And I wasn't able to save her sister, even though I had called a farm vet at the time, and they had come and given her the extra strength chemical wormer that I refuse to use unless it's an emergency. And she didn't make it, and I already know that I'm gonna have to bury a goat this morning, so I have not been in a good mood all day yesterday or last night or this morning. I'm ready to buy an RV and just get out of here. These goats are hungry, so I'm gonna feed them, and then I have to figure out how I'm burying a goat that weighs as much as I do in waist-deep snow with frozen soil and no equipment. In other words, I'll be reburying this goat in a couple of months. I get to go through the trauma and the horror all over again, because there's no way I can bury her under anything but snow right now. There is zero equipment here. This has never been a real farm. I have a snow shovel instead of a tractor and a mini excavator. There isn't even a UTV with a plow to plow the driveway, and it's the stress is kind of overwhelming, and the isolation is too. And I didn't want to go through any more of this 7 years ago, so this could be a crucial time in history here where I'm just ready to throw in the fucking towel beyond belief.